Welcome to. Wait, are you beatbox and I'll speak over it. Welcome to week 12 of one-on-one ratio pod, and here we're gonna talk about all the stuff movie related, news, recaps, Panna Netvor, and it's gonna be
As you do.
so so lit and crazy. And this is Yoav, who is the best beatboxer in the world. Woo!
That sounds more like a shark, didn't it? Well, today we're talking about Panna and Netvor, and this isn't very creative because I personally listen to a lot of podcasts who talk about solely Panna and Netvor.
What?
I'm kidding, I haven't. It's not a very famous film, is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck are you talking about?
I lied.
You listen to a lot of podcasts that talk about virgins and beasts?
The Virgin and the Monster,
So,
to be
okay.
specific.
Tomato.
Virgin and Monster. Might as well say Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beat.
Today we're talking about the 1978 film Panna and Netvor from the Czech Republic. But before we get to that, we just want to talk about a little movie news as well as just stuff we watched this week and all the fixins.
All the deets.
If you don't know, I'm Yoav Akiva, and I'm talking with.
Do I say my name how it's supposed to be said, or do I say it how people say it?
How about both?
With Melina Nazarian, or the way you're supposed to say it, Melina Nazarian.
Or the stinky asshole.
I'm the stinky one, he's the clean one.
Yeah. And she partakes in cannibalism and I don't. But that was a different episode.
Whoa.
Please listen to our Bones. I'm sorry.
They don't need to know that unless they watched Bones and All episode.
Please listen to our Bones and All episode if you haven't. And for those of you that came here from that, hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the community.
Mm-hmm.
That was our highest viewed and rated episode with a 9.9 on IMDb.
9.9, baby.
Yeah. And
we're soaring.
And we're pretty famous. You know how I know that?
How?
If you ask chatbot AI on Snapchat,
oh my god,
what one-on-one ratio pod is, he says it's a podcast that talks about film and aspect ratios, hosted by Yoav Akiva and Melina Nazarian.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's pretty informed, meaning we're pretty popular.
Yeah.
So
but why don't you share your first piece of news with us?
Okay. Well, I'm very excited about this thing. This little movie called Saltburn, directed by Emerald Fennell, that is going to release this year. The teaser came out and me and Meli were creaming our pants. And now the full official trailer is out, and it looks really good. Still very, very well edited trailer. In the fashion of the teaser. And the more I see on this movie, the more excited I get because I'm confused as to what would happen.
Yeah.
Did you watch the trailer?
I didn't know there was a full one that came out.
Oh, I should have sent it to you.
Oops, but I mean, I'll watch it now because yes, I'm so excited for that movie.
It's Jacob Elordi's year, isn't it?
It really is.
Maybe.
Speaking of Jacob Elordi.
Whoa.
Priscilla debuts to critics with 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's crazy. pretty sure that's like the highest rated Sofia Coppola movie to date.
Yeah, they're usually not critically like.
Yeah. She is killing it. So yeah, it really is his year because 2 killer movies.
Killers movies.
Oh?
Killers of the Flower Moon. Our segues tonight are crazy. It premieres to insane ratings on Letterboxd. I don't know what it's at right now, but like 4 point something. I'm sure because it was like 4.7
Let's do a
the
fact
other
check.
day. It's getting ratings in the realm of Taylor Swift the Eras tour, so we know it's a high bar.
4.3.
4.3, which is a crazy rating for Letterboxd for a new movie. It's on the top 250, which is usually something I'm upset about, but from what I've heard, this is Scorsese's like a big accumulation of everything, all the themes, all the craziness of Scorsese movies into like one like socially commentary packed I don't know, it sounds to me like a new Scorsese film that's really like into all the Scorsese-isms but also very fresh and devastating and everything. So I gotta say it looks like it belongs there up on the top 250 list.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not upset. It's not like when Spider-Man No Way Home released and I was like, why is that there? Like that is not a good film.
Right.
But Killers of the Flower Moon, looking forward to seeing that when I'm in a location where theaters are open.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of movies that I'm looking forward to see, Five Nights at Freddy's. FNAF has debuted with 130 million worldwide, and it was produced on a $20 million budget. So
Right.
it already made back all of its money and more. And
Mhm.
it is officially the highest grossing movie based off a video game.
Of all
Of all
time.
time. It beat Mario out. Like, well, not of
Oh
sorry.
shit.
Sorry. I take that back. Not highest grossing. Highest debut
Mm.
record. Because Mario
Yeah,
made
I
like
know, because
800
Mario
million.
made like hella money.
Yeah.
Mario was crazy.
We're gonna get there though. We'll get
Yeah,
there.
to Mario? What are you
No,
talking about,
no,
Mario?
we'll get there with FNAF. It'll
Well,
make that much money.
oh, okay, we'll get to okay.
Because it's
Hopefully, maybe.
FNAF, Matthew Lillard, Josh Hutcherson. Apparently, oh, I can't say this because it's a spoiler.
Okay, don't.
But
I
apparently
mean,
there's someone
actually,
in it who is like beloved.
I'm probably not gonna watch it,
Oh, okay, fuck you.
but sorry.
He
The
wasn't a real
trailer looked
FNAFer.
really. I'm not a real FNAFer. The trailer looked boring. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna watch it for nostalgia because I used to watch FNAF videos when I was like
Oh,
10.
really?
Yeah.
You're real for that. You're real for that, Meli. But
I
I'm
was there
not.
day
Yeah.
one, Markiplier, baby.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Markiplier has a. This isn't on my list, but Markiplier has a film coming out.
Wait,
He's
what?
directing and starring in it.
Oh shit.
Um, Fist, the Holy Fist,
Oh.
Fist of. I don't know. It's some super based on a video game as well. The trailer is just like him coming out of like a puddle of blood, and he's just like doing a nihilistic narration over it, and then it's like Fists of Fury or whatever. I don't remember what the name was.
That just
Anyways,
seems like every YouTube video he makes.
yeah.
Anyway.
Markiplier Martin Scorsese. We're back to Scorsese because a giant thing happened this week with our boy Marty. Do you know what happened, Meli?
I do because when I heard of it, I immediately went to this website and I did the thing.
You did the thing.
I did the
I did
thing.
as well. I also did the thing. And that thing is that Martin Scorsese is on Letterboxd officially. Oh, look at you, Meli. And this is crazy. This is nuts. Obviously, they automatically gave him patron, kind of a token of their appreciation, I guess. And what he did is actually super cool. He made a few lists. And my favorite list being his list of companion films for his own films. So he found pairings for each of his films, and like films that influenced him and like his kind of favorite movies that got like are related to his films that he released. And each one he added notes to them so you can like read the notes, what he thinks of the movie. He put close up on there. We covered that on the pod. um Close up was referring to um the Rolling Thunder review, probably because it's a documentary.
Right.
But I'm very excited about that, and I think more directors should be on Letterboxd, don't you?
I totally agree with that. Wait, I want to. Wait.
What?
Oh, boo. Never mind. Okay. Next.
He also made a list of widescreen films, which is also kind of nice.
He's such a cool lad.
Yeah. Go to Gramps. Go to Grandpa.
Yeah. And I don't have a segue for this one. But
Damn it.
yeah, SAG and AMPTP continue to communicate, and we could be very close to making a deal. I saw that a few hours ago. Apparently they were talking Sunday, like Sunday, United States time, LA time. So that would be like for me today. So we'll see. There might be a deal coming soon.
Wow, that's really good to hear.
Yep.
That's amazing. Then I'm just trying to cook up a segue so maybe we can edit it back into the to
Oh, okay, okay.
Marty Scorsese, director works with actors on strike.
Mm.
Speaking of directors, Ridley Scott, who's releasing Napoleon this year, which I think has a 2 hour runtime or 2.5 hour runtime in its release at theaters, also said that he would be releasing the 4 hour director's cut of this film to Apple TV at some point or another. What do you think of a 4 hour Napoleon movie?
That is so unbelievably unnecessary.
Yeah.
Ridley, stop.
I think
You
he's trying to do something like an
no,
epic.
no, no.
You're
Gucci
right.
was
You're
a
right.
flop. House of Gucci was a flop.
He's a he's a good director though. Like I will stand by him even after House of Gucci.
Okay.
House of Gucci is like a cult classic now.
Father, son, and House of Gucci. Yeah.
um no, but you can't make Alien and Thelma and Louise and all those movies without like still maintaining some sort of legend
Okay,
status
no,
in the industry.
obviously.
Um and The Last Duel was good. And that he directed
Was
that
it?
recently.
I heard that was a bad one.
No, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Watched it for the Oscars and I ended up getting 0 nominations. So it doesn't matter. So it's not a real movie. Um, but yeah, he's releasing this 4 hour version. I will not be partaking in that.
Yeah, neither will I.
We might be watching Napoleon in theaters though, no?
We'll see. I think my mom wants to see it, so
Perhaps.
I'll go with her.
I think he's trying to do something like War and Peace, like the Russian adaptation of War and Peace. That's like it's 7 hours long. Like a big historical epic, but I'm not there for it. I'm sorry. That's like too much.
Too much.
Um,
But speaking of Napoleon starring Joaquin Phoenix, who was in To Die For with Nicole Kidman, who was in Big
Where
Little
are you going
Lies with
with this?
Reese Witherspoon, who did I get the right? Who was in The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston, who was in Friends with Matthew Perry.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Gone.
Yeah,
he was really young, 54.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it was a shock. Like, my
Yeah, he
friends
like
texted me about it.
drowned or something, you know? That's sad.
He either had a heart attack. Well, originally I thought he
Mhm.
committed suicide, but then no. He either had
Well,
a
you
heart
never know.
attack. I mean, it's not, yeah.
You never know with
Suicide,
these
heart attack,
celebs.
or he was on drugs.
Yeah. Or it's usually just a cover for drug overdose. But um yeah, that's sad. I never liked Friends, but
Neither
I
did
guess
I. But he was just an Oppenheimer.
he was just an Oppenheimer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Huh.
What a
Well,
shame.
he had a good run, I guess. That's sad that he died.
It was good while it lasted.
Um, it's okay, bud. Rest in heaven.
Yep.
Hopefully. Hopefully you're a good guy. And guys, just watch his filmography and form your own opinion about him. Are you happy he's dead?
No, I'm not happy he's dead. What?
Not you. I'm like asking the audience
Oh my
after they
God.
form their own opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Ask yourself if you're happy with it. And if you are, you're a
yeah.
horrible human.
Yeah, that's a little intense. Death
Death on the Nile.
caskets
Mm-hmm.
wood yeah, like wooden caskets.
Mm-hmm.
Wood floats on water. Water is where ships are on.
Okay.
Ships are on water. No.
Where are we going with this?
I lost it. Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell star in this new movie called Anyone
What
But
the fuck
You.
did that have to do with the ships on water?
Because in the trailer they're on a ship.
Oh, they're on a yacht, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, a ship and a yacht are very different.
A yacht is a kind of ship, ma'am.
No. A
Come
yacht
on,
is a
give me
type
some
of
credit.
a yacht is a type of boat.
A boat is a type of ship.
No, ships are
I'm
like massive. Okay, this is so stupid.
It looks awful. The trailer looked really bad. I just want to state that. I don't know if anyone watched that, but it looked really bad. I don't think anyone cares or has seen the trailer. I feel alone, but
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
it did release and it looked pretty bad. Like it was just a bad trailer, and I was bored. So won't be sitting to watch that.
Yeah.
But Meli, what did you like? What did you view?
So
Ships.
okay. No. I only watched 2 things this week. We'll do a speed run. I watched The Artist for my film class. It was
Oh, I didn't see that on your feed.
so boring.
Oh, sorry.
I liked what you said about it, how it was gimmicky. I totally agree with that. Very, very gimmicky. I was just like, if you want to watch a silent film, why can't we just go back to the times where they made silent films and watch that? Like, why do we have to like recreate it? Like, it was just like,
Yeah. Why did that win Best Picture? I wonder
Okay.
what it won again.
I actually put that in my review. I looked up what it went against, and honestly, the contenders were not any better.
Who was on it?
What was that? 2011 Best Picture.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a big film year.
Nominees. 2000. Okay, literally like The Descendants, The Artist, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, Moneyball, Paris, Midnight in Paris, War Horse, The Tree of Life, Hugo, The Help.
The Tree of Life and Hugo and The Help are great films, better than The Artist.
I don't,
So,
but like that to me, it like makes sense how it won that year because
yeah.
it was like different and whatever. I don't know. I didn't care for it. Don't
Yeah.
care.
I mean,
Boo.
it's kind of entertaining. I will give it that.
I guess.
No. I mean, like
Whatever.
technically it's nice how like their recreation's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um I guess the film teacher that we both had that I had and she's currently having is pretty happy with it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but she has questionable taste, so we'll get to that.
She does. She
Um
also has very unrealistic due dates, and I want to. I'm very irritated, but um.
um what else?
Then I watched Paris, Texas. It was good. I give it 4 stars. I watched it for my little film club that I'm running. That was actually created by Yoav and passed on to me and my two friends. Um. Yeah, we watched Paris, Texas. It was really cool, very beautiful movie. I'm
What
not
did the
gonna
club thing?
The club thought it was okay. They were just the consensus was that they were bored, and I was expecting that because a lot of them don't really they haven't built up the tolerance to like slower movies. So I can understand why they were
Yeah.
bored. Me,
Yeah.
I wasn't as bored as them. I honestly wasn't that bored at all. Just a few parts I thought were a little stretched out a bit,
Well,
but
I don't it's boring on purpose. That's the thing that they gotta understand.
yeah,
I'm
but
sorry,
again, I
but
wasn't
like
like
you gotta, yeah.
I wouldn't
You
expect
should.
them.
I hope you
Excuse
guys
me.
explain to them that it's just like that's the point of like the like there is it's the um pacing is purposeful because it's trying to get you in this like mood. But
Yeah,
whatever.
but that was fun. Yeah, Yoav,
Oh,
you got four
um,
minutes.
okay. I watched Totally Killer on Prime Video, which was like number one on the popular on Letterboxd right now. So I was like, oh, maybe
Mm.
it's good. So I watched it with my uncle. Um, bad.
What were you expecting,
Not
honestly?
very good. It gave me vibes of Freaky with Vince Vaughn. Just Freaky was much better if you
Ah,
watched Freaky.
I did not, but I do
Um,
know what that movie is.
but it was not good. Not good. And me and my uncle were having a field day over this one. And my uncle's boyfriend just fell asleep. Um, because it was very boring. Um, Local Hero is a Criterion film. Definitely recommend it if you haven't heard of it. It's just about this guy, this American dude that goes to Scotland,
Mm-hmm.
um, and to this little seaside town. And
Okay.
he's going there to conquer, to like buy the land for his oil company that he works for. And it's amazing drama comedy, just amazing, worthy of all the praise it gets. 5 out of 5 for me. The Spirit of the Beehive is one of the weirdest movies. It has not left my head since I watched it. It's on Criterion. It has this weird melancholic like listless feel that's I can't get over it. There's something I need you to watch this, Meli, and I might pick it for the pod in the future because
Mm-hmm.
there's something there, and it's such an interesting film. It's just you need to like analyze it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I yeah, I can't really talk about it without it. Anyways, The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp is a Michael Powell and Emmerich Pessberger joint. Obviously directors of The Red Shoes, Black Narcissus, A Matter of Life and Death, one of the most acclaimed British director duos, the most acclaimed British director duo. This one's from 1943. It's a Technicolor masterpiece, like all of their films. And it's about this colonel who like lives out his life throughout many wars and his romances and his love and his personality, I guess, and his life and his death. fascinating movie. I rewatched Donkey Skin, obviously, a very weird, crazy French musical that's like one of my favorite things ever made. And I rewatched Chilly Scenes of Winter with my sister.
Also saw that.
So yeah, that was my
Nice.
week. Big week for cinema.
Very big week.
Anyways, what is this I hear about going to the next segment?
Oh, I hear it too. It's like calling to us.
Bzzz. Go to the next segment.
Oh my god.
Panna Netvor.
Guys, it's speaking to us. Okay.
I think
It's
we'll see
telling
you
us
guys in our next
segment.
For Panna Netvor.
Yeah. We'll be back.
Bye.
Welcome back.
I'll hide him. He should not be in view.
I'm
Welcome
your
back,
host, the Beast. This is your host.
the Virgin.
Oh, hello, Virgin. I can't. Before this, we were talking about how that looks like the Slipknot mask, and I don't
Yeah,
fuck
it
with
does.
it. Like,
It's
I
scary.
don't.
I don't like it. Yeah,
I'm
there's something
gonna.
like raggedy about him, you know? He's like, it's like one eye is like offset and shit.
This one looks like it could be from like Nymphomaniac. Like, I don't.
Oh yeah, like she's orgasming instead of dying.
Yeah.
Well, they call them little deaths for a reason. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Petite mort.
Okay.
Welcome to our segment about Panna Netvor, a 1978 Czech Republic film directed by Uli Hertz. And I know it's Uli because I heard it on a video essay that I watched last night. Yeah, he's like a big Czech New Wave director that I haven't really gone into the Czech New Wave. Obviously, we did speak about Daisies, me and Meli earlier, but that's a very famous Czech New Wave film. And he's a very prolific director with his movie The Cremator being a very big thing in the Criterion Collection and in horror as a genre. And I know that movie gets really dark, but this one doesn't get that dark, does it?
Think so. Not as dark as the Cremator.
Well, yeah, it gets kind of it gets really grimy though.
Yeah.
Which is actually my first note. Really good, grimy, foggy, muddy vibes here. What do you think of the grimy, muddy, foggy vibes?
I think it was an excellent way to set the scene. For sure.
Yeah. That first scene, I was like, where's this going?
It definitely like puts you in the mood and you're like, oh, okay. Like you're like it is definitely grime time.
And do you know when this is set? Do you know when this is set? It's like 18th century or like 17th, maybe
I'm gonna
16th.
assume 18. No.
I don't know.
16th?
Girl,
16th century? That's like no.
16th isn't when was the Renaissance?
Uh this year.
I thought that was
Sorry, I had to.
I just okay. Well, we do get those really foggy, muddy vibes in that like initial scene, and then we get the opening credits, which is not something you see in older films because usually the opening credits start immediately. And I am absolutely in love with these opening credits. I mean, sweeping through the paintings, the camera movements, the whirling of the camera as you're going through these beautiful morbid paintings and the organ, the musical score, that's when it first comes out. It's like dragging organs. It feels like a march of death and it's so grand. And violins and like it's so dramatic, theatrical and like morbid. I do love those opening credits.
Morbid is a great word to describe this movie in general. I think
What do you think
also
of those credits?
I think it was cool. I thought it was a little long though, and I was like, okay, let's get to the movie.
Well, you gotta put in all the names. You can't really control how many people are on your credits.
Well, obviously.
I don't know.
But I definitely agree. I really like the whole I like the way it moved. I was like kind of shocked in a way too, because I'm like, this movie is, I guess, a little older. So I was like, oh,
yeah.
Surprising.
Before we continue, I don't know what link you use to watch, but
I used the one that you said was better quality.
yeah, it's not the best transfer that we watched of the film. I believe there's a Blu-ray from Second Run Films that I might watch. But because the cinematography in this is super pretty, super interesting and evocative, the color palette is amazing. I want to see a restoration in 4K. Maybe we'll get that because I think it should be released to Criterion. I think it deserves that.
Criterion has the
some level.
capacity to do that.
And I want to see it more clearly in higher definition. But yeah, I think it should be. I think there should be some sort of 4K remaster. And that will capture those foggy, muddy vibes a little more. I don't know. I noticed on the credits for the first time that Panna and Netvor is translated to the monster and the version of the monster, not the Beauty and the Beast. And that automatically tells you this isn't your average Beauty and the Beast story, is it?
No, it's definitely not.
Well, I think we have to touch on this. You've seen the Disney adaptation, right? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't care for it. I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't. It was never Beauty and the Beast was never ever my favorite animated Disney movie or princess. I just thought she was kind of boring.
Well, I will say this movie kind of had me lose a little appreciation for the Disney because that movie focuses so much on these like kooky side characters when I think it loses track a little of the real drama of their relationship, and this one really hones into the melodrama there. I think my favorite adaptation remains my favorite even after viewing this wonderful 1978 one. It's Beauty and the Beast, Jean Cocteau. This is a French film. I really recommend it. The Beast here is my God, my pinky is getting in the way. The Beast here is a feline creature.
Oh my God.
Just like in the Disney adaptation. And here it's a bird, and in Panna and Netvor it's a bird, but that kind of tells about the differences between the films. But this one is more fairy tale like, and it still captures the drama of their relationship. But the Panna and Netvor captures it wonderfully as well. But you didn't touch on the music. What do you think of the music in this film?
Okay, wait, did I write anything about music? Honestly, I don't think I was really paying attention to the music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I can't remember what the music sounds like.
Well, it's like it like switches between these like haunting like organs to like these like melodrama like romantic piano pieces. I thought it was a wonderful score.
I remember the piano in the scenes where they were in the ballroom.
Right.
That I remember. But to me, what stuck out to me was the sound design itself, not the music. I thought for being, I don't even know what copy this is, but I thought the sound was very crisp.
Yeah.
And very clean. At least like, if not the dialogue, the other noises they added in. Like the one that I can think of is like the trotting, the water, like
the little gloop glap in the castle that you hear all the time.
The glooping. Like, okay, sorry, the trotting in this movie, in the beginning, they're like, the horses are trot, trot, trot. And it sounds so, like, it just sounds great to the ears. I really appreciate that.
There's something crisp about the sound design. I agree with that. I was actually paying a lot of attention to the music, so that just tells about our two different like ways we approach movies, I guess.
Real. Sorry, I can't
Real.
speak. Wait,
You had
okay.
to really push that one out.
Yeah, I'm so y'all. It's a miracle I'm even still sitting here awake.
Yeah. Did you want to get to your next note or should I? What?
Yeah, sure. My next note was I made a lot of like more individual notes, like rather than like holistic notes.
Holistic?
Like about like the whole movie.
Yeah.
But my next note was, wow, these women are beautiful.
Oh my God, that's my next note too, because
Really?
because I wrote about the girl that played Julie and how pretty she is and how she looks like something out of a painting.
Yeah.
She's
All three
actually like,
sisters.
yeah, all three sisters. They're beautiful, just like the girls in Daisies.
Yeah.
They really are stunning. Um, and I guess I'll get to it. She also they all give such like Renaissance vibes too. They give like grimy old times. They're like
They,
face. It's
to
like
me,
oldie.
their vibe totally gives off like I like because the town they live in is like not necessarily like rich by any means,
Right, right.
but they totally give off the vibe of like, well, I'm like the richest in a poor town, so I'm better than everybody else.
Her sisters are also very vain and
Mm-hmm.
money like
Money
ooh, we're
hungry, not hungry.
fighting over jewelry.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that because they get their due at the end there. that we'll get to it.
That was crazy.
She
I don't even know, like, I don't even know what the fuck was going on. All like 1 minute
she
she puts the necklace on, the next minute she's like,
it turns into shit. Did you not see?
no, I did, I
The
did.
necklace turns into poop.
Like it's so random, but
So
respect.
disgusting. Respect. I wonder if she actually put poo on her throat
Oh,
on her
she did. I was the one that
neck.
squatted.
Oh, I strangely do believe that. Were you also the one that pooped on the woman behind you's face? Because she looks like
It's
she
not
has
poop.
not taken it.
That's
It's
dirt.
dirt. I know. But you know, if you
Sorry.
told me you pooed on her face, I would believe you because it's kind of grimy.
Okay. Well,
She
it's
looks like
dirt
she hasn't showered in weeks.
because she hasn't.
Well, we'll get to it. The main actress's beautiful face is obviously juxtaposed by the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Who in his first appearance is initially obscured by branches as the men hack through trees.
Yeah.
I like that little moment between the branches, very good. Now we don't see the beast fully until the 44-minute mark of the film. But his interaction with the scared woman really amplifies, gets you hyped up. Unlike other Beauty and the Beast adaptation, the Beast is initially actually his like beast likeness is explored by him just slaughtering this woman.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this isn't our conventional Beauty and the Beast. Like he's actually has something very evil inside him, very
Yeah.
beast like. Um, and yeah, I thought that introduction was kind of cool. I feel like I spoiled it for you though, because I sent to you the link to the movie and then the thumbnail showed the beast.
I did see it and I was like, oh, but then even like while watching it, my next note is what the fuck is that?
It's
Like,
kind of his through the branches was kind of scary.
yeah. I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this.
But we'll get to the scare. The scare that actually got me was when the father goes in to like eat his roast pig
That one, oh no.
and he
Oh,
looks into the fire and I was like that is
yeah.
legitimately creepy.
Yeah.
Like that was so well done.
Very
I
scary.
hated that. I hated that.
Yeah.
That was awful. Um, I wondered if the paintings were made for this movie because they were so well done.
Possibly.
I think they were. The
I don't
painting
see
of the
why they
mom and
wouldn't.
everything. The use of paintings here is wonderful. They do reveals. They do obviously this famous. I think the most famous shot in the movie is near the end when the painting of the mom, the eye has been ripped out, and you
Hmm.
see the monster's eye through that.
Yeah.
And
Which,
I think
sorry. Continue. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it reminded me of a picture of Dorian Gray a little.
Hmm.
The aspect of the pic. I don't know. I mean, like
Isn't
not
that
like
also a lot about a conflicted man?
yeah, I guess he's like, ugh, that's a whole other thing. But he's like he's very vain and self-obsessed, and his like soul gets trapped in the painting, and he stays young, but his painting gets uglier and uglier, and it rots away because his soul is rotting away.
I need to read that. That sounds really great.
It's so good, and it's gay.
I think you told me that it was gay. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Um, well, yeah, the father enters the castle.
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 And I love the POV shots before the 44-minute mark where you see the beast POV and you're like lurking with him. The handy cam is so well done.
Yeah,
We
totally
see the
agree.
beast perspective watching. This is no ordinary way to tell the story and show this scene. We lurk along with the beast, feel his heavy breaths. Scary. Yeah, I love those POV. I love that they didn't really reveal the beast's appearance. I like
Agree.
that. Because also Julie doesn't see it till much, much later.
Yep.
Um, what'd you think of that scene of the father entering the castle?
I definitely thought I was like I was okay. It was scary. Some of it I was like, okay, the editing's a little
Murky.
like I was like, okay. And then there's a few scenes where it like would the camera would follow him from behind. It was like a little weird. But I
It
could
was
definitely
great because the Czech new wave cinematography is like all insane and like revolutionary. So I don't know, this one too. You could definitely what?
um I was gonna say I can definitely like feel like the stakes rising and like tensions being
Yeah.
built like from that. So
Yeah.
that was well done.
Well, I thought it was interesting because the he does offer him a pig roast to eat, and the killing and slaughtering of animals is a big thing here.
Yes.
Um, because the first scene in the village is also just a montage
Yes.
of them like killing some animals, which
Mhm.
was not very nice to watch. But they introduce the village by showing them butchering. Um, so it kind of
Maybe
shows. Go ahead.
no, you go, you go.
I'm not sure, but you know how in the Disney movie the village starts going after the beast, like maybe their relationship with animals, like how they'd kill. I don't know.
Mm. I
What do
was
you
gonna say
think?
something like maybe it's like he has like some like not trauma, but like he's like I'm a beast and I hate myself, so I have to kill other beasts because I can't kill myself.
Maybe I thought also giving the pig to the dad was kind of like a test. Like, would he kill the beast if he could? Would he kill it because he looks like an
Mm.
animal? I wonder. I don't know. The beast castle is very slimy. The rose is just a random rose from a bush. The bookshelves that are in the Disney movie, like bookshelves. In this movie, it's just like a
It's just
half
fucking
half of a bookshelf.
yeah.
It's like everything it could to like not make this pretty. Um Now then we start seeing the beast. And I will say the makeup for his servants is wonderful. as you can see, very creepy, very unsettling. His servants are. I ended up missing Lumiere, and I don't really like Lumiere as a character. I was missing Lumiere because his servants are so grimy and weird and freaky and weird. But his servants' makeup is well done, don't you
I don't
think?
like looking at it.
Here, I'll cover it.
Thinking about it, it's just like, well, I was
he
a
has
little
a few.
confused though.
What?
Like, I knew that the bird guy was the beast, but then they would show these fuckers, and I was like, wait, what? And I was confused, and I was like, wait, is this the beast? And I was like, no, the bird is the beast, or they're two beasts. And then I finally figured out that it was not, and it was just the servants. But that confused me for a moment.
Beast's face is pretty well done, in my
I
opinion.
agree.
But then he has this goofy cape.
Yeah. It's very, very corny.
You get here. We should get to this now. The Beast is just a very dramatic emo boy.
So he's like fighting these demons. Like, just go sit in the corner and listen to My Chemical Romance, please.
Don't don't get me wrong, because it was very entertaining and theatrical. You know, I was really enjoying it. But you know, and I do believe his performance is good with the script that he got. And his eye acting is wonderful. His eyes are very piercing. Whenever he would look at the camera from the side and like his eye was like all big, I can't do it with my eyes, but like he did something very haunting with his eyes.
Okay, Cillian Murphy.
But what did you think of him?
I agree. I literally wrote the same thing. I'm like, why is this bitch so emo? Like he's like ran. I don't know. And like he's just like going on and on. I was like, okay, buddy,
there's just a scene of him like running around the castle and he swooshes his cape every time, and I'm like,
stop it, like okay, Batman, please.
I shout out to this Letterboxd review by Jerry McLaughlin. The Beast was scared to show himself the whole time. If only he could have seen some of the guys who somehow pulled a 10 when I was in high school. Blood clot. Dude. That's obviously funny. Ain't never been to the South before.
What?
A weird ass review, but very funny. So thank you, Jerry McLaughlin. McLaughlin. No, it's McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
Whatever. Not necessary. But yeah, the Beast is very theatrical and he embraces it. I think this whole movie is kind of theatrical, which is something me and Meli like, kind of.
Actually connects to a point that I wrote, and I said that this to me came off as very Shakespearean.
Real.
I like from literally the moment it started to the ending, I was like, to me, this is like a very Shakespearean-esque adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. Like, yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah. So the girl walks into the mansion after, you know, she follows after her dad. Her decision to leave wasn't very something that was explored, which I was like, okay. I was like, that should have been that should have been shown, right? Like her making the decision to go, because she just goes, and her dad's like, okay, why is she drinking some creepy ass wine in a creepy ass mansion? But her slow-mo fall from the poisoning was actually really sick. That was sick cool. With the music as well. And then she wakes up on this bed frame where the servants are the column.
Yeah.
Are the columns in the frame, and then they start bending. It's epic. That's amazing work.
Terrifying, by the way.
Yeah. She like crushes over her and the Beast is like on it.
Yeah.
Great work. The moving bed frame was just, I wrote about that. And then we get this fantasy in the light of him as like in his prince form. dancing with this girl, and the piano part of the score kind of got me melting because I'm a sucker for melodramatics. I'm a very gullible guy in general. It's
Yeah.
like you tell me to be wistful and full of dreams and hope. Show me that shit with the piano score. I'll fuck with it. Um, and just I don't know. What'd you think of that dream?
My note was way hotter than the ugly ass beast from the animation.
That's true.
Because like
The
when
bird or the man?
no, the man. Because the beast in Beauty and the Beast is hotter than the bird. But when they
Right.
turn back to human, the bird guy is actually hotter as a human as to
It's
where in
actually
the
a
animation,
believably attractive guy.
yeah, in the animation, the beast is somehow hotter than the human form. Like, what? How is that possible?
Well, that's just our subjective opinion, guys.
No,
But
I think it's like a lot of people think that.
yeah, I don't know. The bird is kind of beastly, though. The bird is really like
Which I have another thing about that.
what?
I have another my note that goes, "Oh my god, this is so Birdman coded."
Yeah, he does kind of look like the
I was like, "Okay,
Birdman
but
version of.
when is Michael Keaton gonna pop out in his undies?"
Great movie. I wrote about the beast having piercing eyes. His weird servants are increasingly creepy. He's kind of goofy, running around, talking to himself. A bird-like creature, riding on a horse, circling a deer. He can't come to terms with the animal within him. That was great
Oh,
imagery of the beast like riding on a horse. Like
yeah.
that's crazy. Like a bird on a horse.
Like that
Who
was
would think of
weird.
that? A bird on a horse? Where are we?
What are we, BoJack Horseman?
This was my reaction to seeing the bird on the horse.
It looks like he's melting.
I don't
Wait, am
I
I doing
regret
emo?
using him as a background.
I'm the Birdman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, marry me.
He's kind of like Gollum. Do you know what I
My
mean?
precious.
No, like how he has two like personalities and one of them is like
Oh, yeah.
kill her, rape her, and then he's like, no,
Yes,
you know.
I get it.
Um, but yeah, I did love the sunny bit outside in the snow. Usually accompanied with the sweet segments of the musical score.
Mm-hmm.
I like the brighter parts of this movie. I thought the shots look amazing. Um, and him following her around in the snow, she's trying to leave the castle. That dynamics is, it's always great to watch. It's Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Um, what did you think of their dynamic? How she falls in love with him? Like what do you think of that?
Um, I wasn't super convinced,
Me
TBH.
neither. Me
Yeah.
neither.
It felt so rushed and I didn't really oh, I didn't feel a connection. I didn't feel a build up. It really fell flat to me.
Yeah. There is the conversation that always surrounds this story of the Stockholm syndrome, you know. Um,
Right. But
but
I didn't even feel Stockholm syndrome in this.
I
I
did
just
well, you weren't being captured by the beast, were you? Um, I did like that choice to make it so like he doesn't let her see him and like that, like where she's always facing forward and he's behind. I think
Right.
that's like convincing in terms of love. You can't see your captor, so you romanticize him even more. Um,
Mm,
so there's that, but I don't think it's a good build up
yeah.
either. Um, but I love that scene where he sends her into like a fantasy, into the dance scene, and you're hearing some Czech Mary singing.
Yeah.
um,
No,
she
that was
goes
cool.
down and she can see her dad, but he can't see her, and he's like behind her. I thought that was a very dramatic, good scene.
Yeah.
Um, Oh yeah. I wrote here, good. None of that Gaston bullshit. Who gives a fuck?
No, because I was like,
See,
that was another one of my notes. I was like, oh my God, no Gaston.
let's go. Disney made that up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It was another way to be like, conventionally attractive men don't always get the girl. Mm.
Awful. Well, I've like really two more notes. Did you write anything else?
I did not. That was it.
Oh, okay. The necklace turned literally into shit.
Like
I enjoyed that thoroughly. That I had a hearty laugh from that one.
crazy.
I was like, the other sister's dress turns to rags, which isn't that bad.
Yeah.
But then the necklace turns into poop.
That's like wild. Like
Um,
that like you really have to have done some fucked up shit to have your necklace turn into poop.
well, yeah, it was also the beast necklace, right? They were wearing Julie's stuff, so that
Yeah.
like spell wore off or whatever. But my last note was a question to you.
Oh, okay.
Because I think this ambiguity does exist because this is such a more thought out gothic scary version of the story.
Mhm.
Does he really turn into a man at the end, or as she says, does her loving him actually just make him beautiful in her mind? The style of the film makes me think that ambiguity should be explored in conversations about it. What do you think?
So to answer your question, Sir Yoav, I think in this specific adaptation, it does not. It stays a bird.
I agree. I think you're right.
I think in the Disney adaptation, oh yeah. The
Oh
Disney
yeah.
one for sure turns back to human because it has the whole like curse aspect, the rote, whatever. This
Because
one,
it's a musical.
yeah. This one though, that thing stays a beast. In
And
context of,
she's just a freak.
yep. And she just likes bestiality.
I would not want to see them kissing, actually.
No, because he would like peck her face.
Right.
He would go like, "Meow, meow, meow, meow."
His hands do turn human, so it's like her opinion of him grows larger. She starts to love him more, and
Mhm.
as he says, um, a woman can make a man pretty in her mind, whatever.
That's very true. We all do
So
it.
she, yeah, I mean,
Uh,
yeah, she
Jordan,
she
if you're watching this, I'm not talking about you.
she 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 slowly makes him human, his hands transform. It's wonderful. I think that's a wonderful interpretation, Meli. I think you're correct.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
That's a great question to ask. Thank you for posing that question. Thank you.
Thank you for answering it. um but yeah, that's our breakdown of Panna Vor.
Panna Netvor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Virgin and the Monster.
So you can review it first.
Oh, should we rate?
Yeah.
I forgot we do this. This is
Yep.
tough. Panna and Netvor, I'm deciding this on the spot. I think is gonna be a 3.5 out of 5 for me.
Okay. All right.
7 out of 10. I think it's a wonderful film. I think it should be called a classic. I think it's just an amazing take on the Beauty and the Beast story. I think it has its narrative issues and its editing and it's it has issues, but it's just the whole vibe is just too good to give it like a lower rating for me. What's yours?
Well, funny enough, also 3.5.
Ah, classic one-on-one
Okay,
ratio pod behavior.
you can't see, but it's written there.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah,
You're not doing
literally for the
me.
same exact reasons.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool take on the story, and I have never
Mhm.
seen like a fairy tale-y kind of story told like this before.
Right,
But
right.
I do agree some of the story continuity editing.
But the beast is cool,
Yeah, and
and her
Slipknot is in it.
necklace and her
The
necklace
necklace
turns
turns
into
to
shit.
shit.
So I think the necklace turning into shit deserves like a star.
I agree.
It's a really great film. If you haven't seen it, watch it. But like also watch La Belle et la Bête, Jean Cocteau's adaptation, because it is amazing. And more fairy tale like than this one. Speaking directly to you here, Meli.
Yeah.
Um, maybe we'll cover it for the pod ones. But thanks for listening to our breakdown. And now we're gonna announce Meli's gonna announce what her next pick is.
All right, let's take these bad boys off.
Uh,
Oh,
oh no.
no,
No.
no. Okay, you weren't stuck in the void.
No.
Okay,
So, Meli.
hold
Wait,
on.
is this can you start by telling me if this is a horror
No,
pick?
no, no.
Okay. I was wondering if you were gonna do that since technically it's still October.
Yes, but no.
Mhm.
Sorry to disappoint. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm writing something down. All
I'm
right, let's do
I
this.
personally am always scared when Meli is picking a movie.
So this is a movie. Neither of us have seen it, but we both want to
Okay,
see it.
sick.
And the movie, and I'll read the description as well because it's very short on Letterboxd. It is the 1971 movie
Love 70s. Okay.
directed by Alan J. Pakula,
I recognize that name very much.
starring Jane Fonda, Clute.
Oh, ah.
And then, like I said, I'll read the description. It says, "You'd never take her for a call girl. You'd never take him for a cop. A high-priced girl is forced to depend on a reluctant private eye when she is stalked by a psychopath."
One on one is doing political thrillers.
And then this also won Jane Fonda her Oscar.
Oscar.
People say that this is a phenomenal performance from Jane Fonda.
What got you to pick this?
Well, okay, I've been wanting to watch this movie for a while. Like
Mhm.
it has been like yeah. But I was looking at my list of just like movies I want to watch,
Right.
and it was actually between Clute and The Graduate, but you have seen The Graduate.
I mean, I'd love to watch it again.
Right.
But...
And I was like really, really tempted to pick it because I was also listening to Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel, and I love that
Love that.
song.
I have the soundtrack to that film on vinyl.
Oh shit. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah,
But then I was like,
I know.
no. I was like, no. I'm gonna do something
Yeah.
we haven't seen, either of us. And then I saw Clue and I was like, yeah, I feel this one. And it's like it's just 2 hours, so it's not too long. Um, and I think it'll be good.
I have a history with Pakula because I've seen two of his films.
What did he do? He did something else.
All the President's Men and The Parallax View. All the President's Men is amazing. Parallax View,
Not good.
not
Okay.
so good. Like mediocre. I think it would have been better if I wasn't sitting next to my parents who were very bored.
Okay, wait.
But
He also did Sophie's Choice.
he did.
Okay, right. Very famous movie.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing this one because his movies are good. And the poster is insane. Hey, this isn't just Jane Fonda. It's Donald.
No,
It's Donnie
I
Sutherland.
was gonna say his name, but then you cut me off.
Oh,
No, it's okay.
I'm
But yes,
sorry.
Donald Sutherland. Gotta love him. He's great.
Yeah, he's amazing. I love this poster as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sucker for a good poster.
Hell yeah.
Y'all know that. Wow. Okay. Looking forward to seeing that. I'm not
Yeah.
first time Meli picks a movie and I'm not scared.
Yeah. You shouldn't be scared.
Um, thank you guys so much for listening. Um,
Patch,
and
patch,
tune in
patch.
to watch Clute, form your own opinion. Watch Panna and Netvor. Well, if you haven't seen Panna and Netvor, I will throw you off my porch.
Oh, I will roast you like the pig that the Birdman was serving to the father. And I will watch you through the fire with my big, scary, hulking eyes, just like he did.
That was intimidating. I was intimidated myself.
Thanks.
Y'all should be scared. But if you have seen it, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Um, give
We
us a
love
like,
you.
share with your friends. Ew, ew, ew.
Sorry, all I can think of is
Sub
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
s-
Sorry.
subscribe, subscribe, and tune in for the next ep.
Yep.
See ya.
Yep. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.